It would seem I'm back with Book of Shadows. Pretty neat, huh? Kishnuma sure was taking his sweet time. He went off to search the poolside area by himself, citing the heavy rain as an excuse for me to stay indoors while he gallantly got soaked in my place. I went along with it because I thought it seemed unusually chivalrous, coming from someone like him. But he's a rank amateur in matters of the spirit, so I was beginning to worry he'd gotten himself attacked or something. And that worry was just starting to turn to panic when... No good. I think there's something caught in the grate at the bottom, but I can't find any way of draining the water so I can actually check it out. I did come across a locked pump room though, so if we can find the key and get in there, we might be able to make some progress. I see. That's kind of disappointing. Here I thought we might be onto something, since this whole area has a really weird vibe to it. Hey now, aren't you forgetting something? I'm the one who's freezing up after scouting around the pouring rain. How about a little gratitude? Gratitude? As I recall, you said you'd handle this because it was too dangerous for me. So you brought this on yourself. Yeah, I guess. Not like it could hurt to thank me. What was that? Nothing. So, what do we do now? Well, we can't get up to the second floor. We can no longer reach the staircase past the entranceway on account of the hall splitting in half. There was that earthquake not too long ago. You think that's what split the hall? There's a good possibility, yeah. It happened right around the door to this locker room opened up, after all. Do you think maybe our actions are having a direct influence on the building? That sounds like the setup to some loony bin occult fanfic or something. Hey, don't use the word occult like it's some kind of insult. It comes from Latin, you know, cultus, meaning hidden, and it's primarily used today to describe paranormal studies, which stand in opposition to... Okay, I'm sorry. Shouldn't have said that. Can we save the lecture for another day, please? Believe me, I have a whole new respect for the occult since coming here. I mean, the things that are happening to us sure aren't natural. Hell, we've only been here a few hours, and I've already lost count of all the dead bodies and ghosts we've seen. I have no choice but to believe you. Though, coming from anybody else, all this talk about other dimensions and spiritual planes and stuff would seem pretty far-fetched. Even in here. Reality is pretty persuasive, huh? It has a way of forcing you to accept truths that you might have otherwise struggled with forever. No matter how messed up those truths might be. At any rate, I guess all we could do right now is recheck the areas we can still get to. And so we shall. Note. Check the third from the right. Huh? That's totally different from what was written here before. Must have some meaning. This is the right. 1, 2, 3. So directly in the middle. Upon twisting the handle, the tin shower head above spun slightly and a small bent piece of wire fell out from it onto the ground. This could come in handy. Wasn't one of these broken in the first game? Never mind, things are, you know, different now. They're different now. Pull, haul, exit, haul, building super. I want to go there. The door to the custodian's closet is frozen in place, as if it's just a decoration on the wall. It can't be opened. Well, okay. How about over here? There seems to be nothing in this hall. Well, that was a mistake. Other side, then. Ah, I missed 5A. The door to classroom 4A is locked. The door is locked up tight. Maybe I can use that wire to pick the lock. Yeah, okay. Alright, time for the Grand Lockpick Championship. You kinda seem like a cat burglar right now. It's more like a jailbreak than a burgle, in our case. All we're trying to do is get the hell out of here. The door seems to have been successfully unlocked. You did it! Fortunately, the lock was super old and not very complicated. Well, then I want to go in there. I don't like that sound. The hell? This isn't even shaped like any classroom I've ever seen. Wait, what did you just say? Just that this room is screwy, I mean. Look at it. Kishinuma, have you ever said that before? No, of course you haven't, but I know I've been in here before. This is where we saw that little boy spirit. Oh yeah. It's him. When the hell did he even get here? No, you can't go near him. We have to get out of the room immediately. There's something very wrong in here. Yeah, even I can tell that much. But look over there in the corner. There's something in here. I'm going to check it out. You stay here, and if things start to get out of hand, just forget about me and make a break for it, okay? Who put you in charge? Fine, go if you want. Just be careful. Whatever you do, make sure you don't look into that kid's eyes. Don't worry about me, I'll be fine. Which of course means we have to look into his eyes. Gonna make me jump again. Nope. Didn't. His icy, child-sized hands caught hold of my wrists and wouldn't let go. Try as I might, I couldn't shake him. This is different. Where am I? When I came to, I found myself restrained. I couldn't move a muscle. I was lying face up on some kind of table with both my arms and my legs firmly bound by rope, I guess. It was digging into my skin, whatever it was. I must have passed out or something. And after Shinozaki specifically warned me not to look into his eyes too. My head was the only part of my body that didn't have its movements prohibitively restricted, so I was able to look around the room to some extent. The walls and ceilings seemed to be made of dirt or mud. I didn't get the impression that I was in the school anymore. It looked and felt kind of like I was in some basement room, or more specifically, a mine or a bomb shelter or something. Thick, gloppy bloodstain saturated every corner of the room, and the stench of the air was enough to send a shiver down even the most hardened spine. It seemed fairly apparent what this room was used for. At least, it was as apparent as it needed to be. But the scariest part was, I remembered this place. Or, I had a nagging sense that I'd been here before, anyway, much like Shinozaki had said about that weird classroom just moments before. I don't get any of this. What the hell is going on around here? I've got to figure it out. How to escape? Escape? But you already know it's impossible. Was that a loading screen just now? Did I break the game? No. The voice belonged to a little girl who looked like she was right about 10 years old at most. She was wearing a red dress and staring at me through a mop of messy black hair with a smirk on her face and a condescending glint in her eyes. Sachiko. Wait, Sachiko? I muttered a name without thinking, surprising myself. How did I know who this was? Or more to the point, who was Sachiko? You remember me! I wasn't able to kill you last time, but I'm ready to see this through to the end now. And I'm going to make my time with it too. I'm going to make sure everything goes exactly the way I want it to. Take out your paper scrap. Why don't you shut up, you psychotic little brat? In the very next moment, everything around me seemed to go white. Psychotic little brat, huh? That's not a nicer word, Yoshiki. Sachiko is now staring at me with a cold, unmoved and unwavering expression. I was in more pain than I'd ever felt in my entire life. I focused my gaze on the filthy giant at her side, who seemed to be doing her bidding. His enormous hammer was still resting on the mess that was previously my right ankle up until about a few seconds ago. I was all too aware of the extreme impact had pierced my flesh, shattering my bones, and even sprayed the room with the shards of marrow. Ouch! This was beyond pain. Every last nerve ending in my body was on alert. I could feel the underside of my skin. I wanted to puke, but I knew it would do no good. Going to crush every last part of you, one after the other, from the tip of your toes on up. Go on then. Keep going. I'll end with your face. Kind of a shame since you're such a cool-looking guy, but I really want to see what you look like with your eyes popped out. Stop this, you... Such a rebellious stare. Let's see, what part of you gets smashed up next? Screw you, you don't scare me. I tried my best to stay strong and not give her the satisfaction of seeing me in pain or afraid. But in truth, I was scared out of my mind. All I wanted to do was shrink back in fear and agony. It took every fiber of my being to resist. Is that so? Well, then how about this? Hey, Blockhead, show our guest here what else we have in store for him. The red-eyed giant laid down his hammer, but rather than feeling relief, I was instead even more worried by Sachiko's sadistically overjoyed expression. But she's so cute. Whatever could this be? I was flabbergasted. I couldn't even speak.
Shousaphine.
Help me. Please, just kill me. That's a lot of words, Yoshiki. There you go, that's what I like to see. Isn't it horrible? Don't you just hate us? Wouldn't you just love to kill us? Sachiko is merciful, so she's not going to kill you just yet. Should you ever change your tune from "I'm going to kill you" to "kill me please" though, just let me know, and I'll be happy to oblige. As she said this, she drew her face in close, and I could feel her tiny, cold lips sucking the tears from my cheek. And should your hatred die away before that happens, you might just become another part of me. That was fun. Let's try that again. It's some sort of pulley mechanism. Its exact purpose is unknown, but there's a large, conspicuous lever attached to it. Probably couldn't hurt to pull this, right? Pull the lever! The lever slides down easily. Huh. Well, I'm going in there. Did that do anything? I don't know. Just get back here. With pleasure. Yeah, it's over here. The lever appears to have opened a trap door on the wall, just wide enough for a person to fit through. It looks like this goes somewhere. I don't like it though. It gives me the creeps. Even more than the pool or that classroom. Yeah, but there's a chance it might lead outside. Go in? Alright, I'll go in first to make sure it's safe. You wait here. No way am I letting you go by yourself. When it comes to ghosts and curses, you're about as clueless as they come. Good job, Ayumi. Let's see. TV? Turning the dials accomplishes nothing. Without electricity, it's just a box. But wasn't the sound of TV static audible from the hall only a few moments ago? Well, now it's a ghost TV. It's an old space heater. Unfortunately, without fuel, there's no way to light it. Ooh, a note, but I can't read it. It looks like a calendar. It's got numbers on it and stuff. Ooh, what's this? It's a small chest of some sort. What the heck is this? I'll take it. It's a small, finely detailed accessory case made from tortoiseshell. Its design is long outdated, but the quality of the craftsmanship suggests it might have been very expensive back in the day. Slightly shaking it produces a loud, distinct rattle. There's definitely something in there, and based on the sound and light weight of the thing, it's gotta be really tiny. You still got that wire? Not sure if we'll need whatever it is, but we might as well take it with us, just in case. Huh? A noise from inside the closet. Hold on. There was other stuff, maybe. There might be other stuff. There's not other stuff. Well, because there's not other stuff, and this might require a lot of reading, I'll see you next time.